Now, there's nothing quite like the joy of a garden, that sense of peace, of life bursting forth, and the quiet satisfaction of nurturing something beautiful. But I know many of you worry about the time and effort a garden demands. Do you long for a vibrant patch but think you haven't got what it takes? Let me reassure you, you don't need green fingers, just a love of the outdoors and a willingness to give it a go. In this video, we're going to explore 10 of my favorite low-maintenance plants. These beauties practically take care of themselves, leaving you free to enjoy the fruits, or rather flowers, of your minimal labor. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just starting, these plants will thrive with minimal fuss, adding color, texture, and life to your outdoor space. So let's grab our trowels, don our gardening gloves, and discover the joy of low-maintenance gardening. Let's start with a plant that needs no introduction. Lavender. Ah, lavender. Just saying the name conjures up images of those beautiful purple blooms swaying gently in the summer breeze. But lavender is so much more than just a pretty face. This hardy plant thrives in well-drained soil and loves a sunny spot. It's incredibly drought-tolerant, perfect for those of us who forget to water our plants as often as we should. And the scent, that wonderful, soothing aroma that fills the air on a warm day. It's enough to calm the most troubled soul. In fact, lavender is often used in aromatherapy for its calming properties. But did you know lavender also acts as a natural mosquito repellent? That's right, plant a few around your patio, and you can enjoy those long summer evenings without being bothered by pesky insects. Now, a little tip from my own garden to yours. Lavender doesn't like to be overwatered. It's best to let the soil dry out completely between waterings. And don't be afraid to give it a good prune after flowering to keep it looking its best. Next up, we have the snake plant, a true champion of low maintenance and a rather dramatic character for the home. With its upright, sword-like leaves, it adds a touch of architectural elegance to any room. But don't let its striking looks intimidate you. The snake plant is incredibly easy to care for. It thrives in a wide range of conditions, from low light to bright indirect sun. And when it comes to watering, well, let's just say it's very forgiving. In fact, it's better to err on the side of underwatering than overwatering. Just let the soil dry out completely between waterings, and your snake plant will be perfectly happy. But what really sets the snake plant apart is its air-purifying abilities. It's known to remove toxins such as formaldehyde, xylene, and toluene from the air, making it the perfect plant for bedrooms and living spaces. So not only is it low maintenance, but it's also good for your health. Now, who can resist a plant that multiplies with such cheerful abandon? The spider plant, with its cascading foliage and delightful baby spiderettes, is a firm favorite for its cheerful disposition and forgiving nature. It's a plant that seems to thrive on a bit of neglect. Give it a bright spot, but out of direct sunlight, and water only when the soil feels dry to the touch. The spider plant really is the definition of easygoing. Even if you do overwater it occasionally, it will likely forgive you, though I wouldn't make a habit of it. But the real joy of the spider plant comes when those little spiderettes appear, dangling from the mother plant like miniature parachutists. These can be easily potted up to create new plants. It's a wonderfully rewarding way to expand your plant family and share the joy with friends and neighbors. Aloe vera, with its fleshy, succulent leaves, is a familiar sight on windowsills around the world, and with good reason. Not only is it incredibly easy to care for, but it also boasts a range of medicinal properties. Originating from the Arabian Peninsula, aloe vera thrives in dry, warm conditions. It's perfectly happy in a sunny spot and needs very little watering. In fact, overwatering is one of the few ways to kill an aloe vera plant. But it's the gel inside those fleshy leaves that holds the real magic. Used for centuries to soothe burns, cuts, and skin irritations, aloe vera gel is a natural antiseptic and anti-inflammatory. Just snap off a leaf and apply the gel directly to the affected area for instant relief. It's like having a first aid kit right there on your windowsill. Now, let's talk about a plant that thrives in even the darkest corners of our homes, the ZZ plant. This remarkable specimen laughs in the face of neglect, making it the perfect choice for those who struggle to keep even the hardiest of houseplants alive. Native to Eastern Africa, the ZZ plant is used to dry conditions and low light. It stores water in its thick, rhizomatous roots and glossy, waxy leaves, enabling it to survive long periods without a drink. In fact, overwatering is more likely to harm a ZZ plant than underwatering. However, don't mistake its toughness for dullness. The ZZ plant, with its upright architectural form and deep green glossy leaves, adds a touch of sophistication to any room. It's a true testament to the fact that low maintenance doesn't have to mean low impact. The peace lily, with its elegant white spathes, they're often mistaken for flowers, but they're actually modified leaves that surround the actual flowers, is a symbol of peace, purity, and tranquility. And just like its namesake, this beautiful plant brings a sense of calm and serenity to any space it graces. But the peace lily is much more than just a pretty face. It's also a champion air purifier, removing harmful toxins like formaldehyde benzene and trichloroethylene from the air we breathe. In fact, NASA has even recommended the peace lily for its air purifying abilities. Caring for a peace lily is a breeze. It prefers low to moderate light and only needs watering when the soil is dry to the touch. If you see the leaves starting to droop, that's your cue to give it a drink. Now, for those shady spots in the garden where nothing seems to grow, let me introduce you to the hosta. These shade-loving beauties with their lush foliage and delicate blooms are a true delight in the garden. Hostas come in a dazzling array of colors and textures, from deep green to chartreuse, blue-green to variegated, with leaves that can be smooth, puckered, heart-shaped, or lance-shaped. There's a hosta for every taste in every garden, and the best part is, they're incredibly easy to care for. Plant them in a shady spot with well-drained soil, give them a good soak every now and then, and they'll reward you with years of beauty. Just be sure to keep an eye out for slugs and snails, who also find hostas rather tasty. Let's talk about a plant that's as cheerful as its name suggests, the daylily. These hardy perennials are true workhorses in the garden, blooming their hearts out year after year with minimal care. As their name suggests, each individual daylily flower lasts only for a day. But don't let that fool you. Each plant produces a multitude of buds, ensuring a long and colorful display throughout the summer months. Daylilies come in a rainbow of colors, from fiery reds and oranges to sunny yellows and delicate pastels, and everything in between. They're also incredibly adaptable, thriving in a variety of soils and light conditions. Just give them a sunny spot and well-drained soil, and they'll reward you with an explosion of color year after year. Now, for those dry, sunny spots in the garden where nothing seems to thrive, let me introduce you to the unsung hero of the plant world, sedum. These succulent superstars laugh in the face of drought and thrive in even the poorest of soils. Sedums, also known as stone crops, come in a wide variety of shapes, sizes, and colors. From low-growing ground covers to tall, upright varieties, there's a sedum for every situation. And their flowers, which appear in late summer and early fall, are a magnet for bees and butterflies. Caring for sedums is about as easy as it gets. Just plant them in a sunny spot with well-drained soil and leave them to it. They're incredibly drought-tolerant and don't need any special feeding or attention. In fact, they prefer to be left alone. Finally, let's delve into the verdant world of ferns. These ancient plants, with their delicate fronds and air of prehistoric mystery, bring a touch of the wildwood to any garden. And the best part is, they're incredibly easy to care for. Ferns are true survivors, having thrived on our planet for over 300 million years. They're incredibly adaptable and can tolerate a wide range of conditions, but their one true love is shade. Plant them in a shady spot with moist, well-drained soil, and they'll reward you with their lush green foliage year after year. There's a huge variety of ferns to choose from the delicate maidenhair fern with its wiry black stems and fan-shaped fronds, to the majestic Boston fern with its cascading arching fronds. No matter your preference, there's a fern out there for you. So there you have it, 10 low-maintenance plants that will bring joy to your garden without demanding hours of your precious time. Remember, gardening should be a pleasure, not a chore. These easy care beauties allow you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the fruits of your minimal labor. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just starting, these plants are a fantastic addition to any garden. They're low maintenance, beautiful, and many even offer additional benefits like air purification or medicinal properties. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried any of these low maintenance plants in your garden? What are your favorite easy care plants? Share your experiences and tips in the comments below.